Europe's economy just hit another record. No, it's not good news. Inflation in 18 of the continent's countries has reached a whopping 10.7%, the highest in 4 decades. Mind you, this figure is dangerously above the predicted estimates, which were around the 10% mark. Growth has slowed down. Households are having a tough time with the high costs of living. Businesses are suffering, and Europe's leadership seems nowhere close to getting the crisis under control. The latest set of numbers coming out of the bloc don't paint a rosy picture for the EU. A harsh, cold, and dark winter alongside a possible recession might just be awaiting the continent. Let's find out more. Eurostat, the European Commission's statistical arm, released its set of estimates for inflation and other key economic parameters on Monday for the Eurozone. As per the data, inflation in the 19-country area went up to 10.7% in October from 9.9% in September. And it is that aspect again, high energy prices, which is racing away to unheard levels. Energy prices stood at an astronomical 41.9% higher than in the same month last year. Prices for food, alcohol and tobacco are meanwhile believed to have risen by 13.1% year on year. To make matters worse, the little bit of growth witnessed in the last quarter also ran out of steam this time around. While in the previous quarter, the bloc's economy grew by 0.8%, the latest quarter showed a 0.2% rise. A figure dangerously close to falling off the cliff and taking Europe into a recession. Just as the economy showed signs of a recovery from the pandemic, sanctions by the European Union on Russia aimed at punishing Moscow backfired big time. Russia cut off energy supplies to Europe and the continent was rendered helpless. While gas prices have come down from their earlier peak, the crisis across the continent is here to stay, for years to come. Devoid of Russian gas, 2 nations that relied on it the most have had to bear the brunt: Germany and Italy. Inflation in Germany, Europe's largest economy, is estimated to have shot up to 11.6%. In Giorgia Meloni's Italy, inflation has reached 12%. The Baltic nations are a whole different story altogether. Estonia, for example, leads the pack with a 22.4% inflation figure. You see, Europe's political leadership has only itself to blame. Mindless sanctions to penalize Moscow meant the bloc also exposed itself to Russia's weaponization of energy. Even global institutions like the International Monetary Fund aren't optimistic about the continent's economy, given how the energy prices are reacting. European Central Bank Chief Christine Lagarde aptly sums up the crisis. She said, "Just to give you a sense as to how significant the hit on Europe is, our pre-pandemic projections and our current projections differ by €500 billion. In other words, the loss to the European people is quite dramatic." The war in Ukraine is not about to end anytime soon. Same is the case with Europe's energy crisis. Countries are scrambling to arrange energy ahead of a painful winter. While the winter may pass, the energy and a resulting economic crisis in Europe are here to stay. Has the recession in Europe finally arrived? What do you think will happen?